Okay, hello. Hello and good morning. How is everybody doing today? Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Brian, Ionic, Jetlin. Good morning, y'all. 40 watch streak. Goodness gracious. And then I'm streaming on a Tuesday like a ding dong, giving y'all more streaks. Ridiculous. I'm a fool. Pat Necco, hello. Hello, good morning. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is having a good Tuesday. Because it is a Tuesday. You might be surprised to say, holy cow, it's a Tuesday. What's Matt doing here? Well, today we're going to do a little weird thing, as you can see behind me. We're doing a board game today. You gotta vote before I forget. You gotta get those votes in. You gotta get those votes in. You know? We're gonna be checking out the Hellboy board game. I've been teasing, playing with the idea of doing a board game for a while. And I'm, as part of getting back to doing desk streams, you might remember before I moved, like a year ago, we did like 1 or 2 desk streams, as part of Sage. Hello. Mouse has cut the wire. We did like 1 or 2 desk streams as part of, I think I did it as like part of my affiliate anniversary or something. Where I built a Gundam and stuff. Brian's wheel of bullshit. God, everybody's so hot for that wheel. And I was like, now that we've got everything moved around again, and settled in a new place, I should get back to doing desk stuff. Yeah, I should get back to doing desk stuff. Cause I have all those Gundams I haven't built. I want to do board games and all kinds of other stuff. So that's what we're going to do today. I have a new camera set up, and we're going to, as part of what we're doing this morning, I'm going to work on building a new touch portal page for desk stuff. As part of like just chatting, hanging out in the morning, and then we're gonna go through, and this is just gonna be really organic. Of like, here's the game, but also like I'm figuring out how to do it on stream in real time. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the hell we're gonna get up to. So let's duplicate this page. Desk screen. Yeah, how's everybody doing this morning? I hope everybody's having a good Tuesday, whether that's morning, afternoon, evening, whatever's going on. We're just gonna work on this. Okay, so I think I need to redesign my break button. I cannot rename the default page. Oh, well, that's good to know. So I don't feel like I need the... I'm working on my touch portal buttons right now, and I'm thinking about like when I'm at the desk, I think I just need a break button, because I think we'll do a break to go to the desk. break work right now. Oops. So if I get rid of this, get rid of this, right? So I stop the recording, I set the scene to idle, and then I play an ad. If I then also go to the main page, I kind of wish this had the ability to like copy paste, but I wish this had like general buttons in a better way. Like I wish this had the ability for me to create I guess I can show y'all what I'm working on. What would be the best way to do that? I'll probably just put a little window here, honestly. Probably the best way to do that is just literally put a little window. Yeah, like this. Yep. Yep. So this is my touch portal. This is what I use instead of using Stream Deck, though I am trying to also use my Stream Deck because it is a useful piece of technology. But what's annoying about Stream Deck is, it also doesn't capture the pop-up window when I open, because it's not a window. That's funny. Okay. So this break will, okay, so this is how I want this to work. Yeah, this is how I want this to work now. So call it this. We'll paste this button. It's desk start. Which what's this called? Desk stuff. Go to page, desk screen, start the recording. It doesn't need to unmute the microphone because the microphone isn't muted, because I'm much more specific about where I put my mic in OBS. Excuse me. this. Desperate Housewives is the game. MILF Poppy is required. Oh my god. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, it's a PS2 game. They'll probably let me they'll probably let me say the word MILF. Let's see. I need to get commands and emotes. I think I need to make it like a commands folder. So I need to do that. This is good. This is good so far. What I need to add here is I'm just gonna call it camera. I'm just gonna call it camera. Desk stuff, because for desk stuff, I want to add. No, it changed the camera. Oh, I see what we did. I see what we did. Okay, this needs to be this camera. Okay. Now what I need to do is add a new video capture device and make it the right camera. Oh, that'll be easier. Okay, that'll be easier to do that way. So I'm actually gonna. Hey, would you believe that I have 3 webcams set up? Would you believe that this has turned into a 3-camera production? Yes. You know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate just like, yes. That is music. Okay. Background music goes here. Now playing should go over the chat, but then the chat should go up. Wonder if chat would look better on the left or the right. We can figure that out. We can figure that out. So now what I need to do is I need to add a new video capture device and have it be the other one, the third one, this one. Oh God. Okay. Just fix that. We'll rename that. We rename the other one. When we're over here, I will fuss with this. I will fuss with the logistics of this, but for now, okay, and then we copy the style. We paste the style so that everything looks the same. Yo, Pancakes. Pancakes, how the heck are you doing today, my friend? How the heck are you doing today? How the heck are you? How's Final Fantasy VII? I saw you were fighting some homies in robes. Just got back from a not vacation. I hope it was for good reasons. I hope you took some time for yourself. You're right at the end? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I love that. I'm ready for it to be over? You're ready for it to be over. My God. Is it just getting to be too long for you? Are you just bored of it? I keep wanting to skip the sub quests. They give me so much stuff. You gotta do the sub quests, man. I've been playing Xenoblade on stream. You gotta do the sub quests. That's how you get like XP and money and gear and shit. You gotta. Don't listen. No, listen to me. I'm correct. Every time I get any story progress, they throw 9 subquests and I'm over it. Why is this camera? Ooh. What's going on with this camera? Matt, maybe it's because you're showing fucking 3 cameras at once. Well, okay, I can deactivate when not showing. Yeah. I'll do the same with this, yeah. Listen, when you're not on the scene, I gotta go to work, everybody be cool. Pancakes, I hope you have a great rest of your day. There we go. They were good enough to make you do them, they'd be main quests. There's optional side quests. Okay, so then deactivate. Okay, cool. Okay, so when that's not showing. Yeah, thank you everybody coming over from Pancakes Raid. Hope you had a good time. If you don't know me already, my name is mattcaulder. I'm a queer streamer here on Twitch. Today we're having a little bit of a weird one. We're gonna be checking out a board game here in a little bit. In the meantime, while I'm sipping some tea and we're getting started, I am redoing my touch portal so that while I'm over here doing a board game, I can sort of, you know, control OBS and do all kinds of stuff. So, like I said, I hope everybody had a good time over with Pancakes. I hope people have been enjoying watching Final Fantasy VII.
Give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
What?
So I think this is good. I think this is good for now. Let's do the other thing. Let's do the other thing I wanted to do, which was make a board game collection command so people can see my far too many board games. Permalink. Oh God, that link is gonna be ridiculous, isn't it? Oh my God. It is, okay, it is ridiculous. Let's go to, hey, this is why I have a Bitly account. This is why I have a Bitly account. I know Brian plays board games. Who else plays and enjoys some nice board games? I know I was just talking to Brian about The Wingspan expansion. Oh, is that still on sale? Actually, I need to get that on Steam. Actually need to get that on Steam. Other board games, I don't play them often. I don't have people to play with. That's fair. That's fair. That is one of the problems. Okay. Update my password. Boop. Get custom links on a complimentary domain. I have a domain. Could I have connected this to my domain the whole time? Oh, you have to pay for it. Well, damn. Most of my RL friends are not the board game or card game type. I mean this in the nicest way. Ionic. You gotta get better friends. Oh, well, that's my fair point. Like, listen. You assume I have real life friends? I do not. That would make it difficult, yeah. Billy wants me to pay for more things than I want to pay for. Someone at work is hosting a Final Four bracket competition. I know nothing about the teams this year. I'm making a bracket based on vibes. That's correct. That's the correct way to do it. I appreciate this. I respect this. Board games. Message. Check out Matt's board game. Which one seem a lot? They aren't expected to go very far. If I remember correctly, Final Four is basketball. I don't know anything about basketball. Well, that's not true. I don't know. I don't follow basketball at all. Like, I don't follow basketball at all. Yeah, March Madness. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, if I remember correctly. There we go. Oh yeah, I am technically a Raider. Yeah, I am. I am technically a Raider because I was watching Pancakes this morning. I am very technically a Raider. That's funny. College basketball is 100 times better than the NBA, in my opinion. That seems to be most of the thing. Like, from what I've seen, college sports are usually better than professional sports. And not, not across the board, but. Okay, but there you go. There's the bit.ly link. I can close all these bit.ly tabs. There's my probably slightly out of date board game collection, which looks a lot bigger than it is because a lot of those things are Pathfinder promo cards, which all have their own individual entry, or Sentinels things that are all their own individual entry. Yeah. NBA has no defense, it's more for show. Let's score 120 plus points without trying to stop them. Who can dunk the best? College players are as good, so they compensate with better defense. You know, and I think it's fair to be like, I think that's a great I think that's a great way to like look at it, right? To be like, hey, like it's not that these players are better, it's that the focus of those players are different. Because yeah, I agree that like I can agree with feeling like one of those is better than the other. You know, you never hear stories about basketball players that like, oh yeah, they blocked 17 shots last game. Holy cow, they're what an incredibly defensive player. But you do hear like, oh, LeBron with his 87th triple double. Like, and that's you know, that's what they care about. That's what people want to hear about. Okay, so board game command is there. Done. Could put a button. I will put a button. Same in every sports though, sucks because I've always been a defensive-minded athlete. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Played Betrayal House on the Hill last week. I really like Betrayal. I think early editions of Betrayal fairly are criticized for just like some of the stories being bad. Like I think that's correct. And then in later editions, you know, they fixed it. As a priest ended up traded as a flesh monster who was like, the flesh is weak, but it can be molded. Hell yeah, I love that. Hell yeah. I was just a preaching pile of flesh. Oh, hell yeah, you're fuck, what's his name from Sanfiel? What's his name from Sanfiel? That's it. You did it. Oh shit, yeah. How did I do this before? Oh, I can just type in the oh, that's okay. That's why it's confusing. I can just type right here. And then I can add a value, which is very interesting. So save and close. So that's good. Okay. I think we got everything. I think we're ready to go. I think we did it. Okay. Let's move this camera. Figure that out when we're over there. Okay. Let's test the new buttons that I just made. And when we come back, I'll be over there and, well, it'll look over there and then we'll figure it out. So be back in a second. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. First, the new button worked, which is great. The new button worked, which is rad. You want a smaller chat for this? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that, well, here, let's turn this. Now that I'm here, let's see if this button works. That button works, great, good test. Pull back on the overhead camera. I cannot. I cannot move the overhead camera. The camera is as high basically as it can go. And maybe it can go a little higher. I don't know, let's try it. It cannot go any higher. It's on an arm, it does not go any higher. Yeah, you know, maybe listen, maybe we just take chat out of the equation. I love y'all, but there's gonna be enough going on the screen. I think there's gonna be enough going on the screen. Okay. One thing might be helpful once you figure out the perfect angle is to mark the area that's on camera with electric tape. Yeah, that is a thing that I'm planning on doing. Ionic, I appreciate that tip. Is I'm gonna put a sort of strip over here, just to put a marker. Just to put a marker down. Okay, so I should be able to. Hang on. Loosen this. Great. Hell yeah. Then I actually And then move the chair. And then, hey, I'm over here. Hello. I have an extra light, which I don't know if we'll need. So there's a window here, and I don't know if that's good or bad. Let's tilt this. Yeah. How does that? I wonder if I want the other light over here. Hang on. This is flat. Adjust it to me. This light if I have. Whole thing. Actually, that does a lot. That does a lot. Oops. It's fine. Just bumping the table. Bumping the table because I'm not used to any of this yet. Oh, so yeah, there we go. How does it look? We've got a board game. We got a board game. Looks good. Hell yeah. And see, and then I've got the extra camera here so that when like a thing happens, I can be like, oh, check that out. That's wild. Boom. I'll put this, I think what I'll do is I'll turn this into a little scene and put a border on it so that the break is a little easier to see. But I think that's really, really necessary. I can push this out of the way. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, neat. So that's the other thing that's cool is this will be good for doing, I'll have to do my nails when don't look at my nails. This will be good to do like doing Gunpla or painting minis or doing any kind of thing. I think, does this go on? I think that, yeah, this goes on the mini. Boop. So I did a good bit of setup earlier. And by earlier, I mean yesterday. But I left some stuff because I was like, yeah, do something on stream. Do something on stream to show it off. I know we have little board game trays. I'll have to get them and see which ones work well. Because I almost want something that's like shallow, you know, like something that has a little increased visibility. But yeah, so this is Hellboy the board game. I really like this game. I backed everything for it on Kickstarter. They have one expansion that came to retail that did not that wasn't included in the Kickstarter. It was a retail exclusive thing. I don't have that. But I really like this game. This game came out. Sparkle, hello. Sparkle, good morning. This game came out and the Kickstarter was shipping. The last Kickstarter box was shipping as I was moving. And it was the most stressful thing in the world because on top of moving, they were like, hey, let's ship you from the UK this huge box of plastic. And you got to know where it's going. So this was when we were in the process of moving. I knew where we were moving roughly, but we didn't have an address when I had to tell them, hey, this is my address to send it to. So thankfully, one of my friends who lives not that far from here, I was like, hey, is it okay if I send this to you? You know, by the time it comes, I'm sure we'll know where we're living. But in the meantime, it would be great if it would go to you and I didn't have to stress about this extra thing. And so thankfully he said yes, which, you know, he would because he's a good guy. But yeah, I have 3 really big boxes of stuff for this game, and it rules because all of the minis are sick. All of the minis for it are great. Let me see how well this will come through. The webcam might not like the focus. No, it doesn't. No, bummer. Okay, well, good to know. Like it can do text. Well, oh, hey, there he is. Hey, it figured it out. Look at him. Yeah, this is like all the sculpts for this are so good. All the sculpts for this game are so good, and I have so many minis. I'll show them off when we're done. When we're putting it away. Because even just this first set has some really cool minis. Playing like Cookie Run Kingdom, trying to progress so I can get some nice things. Hell yeah, hell yeah. And then, so this is the team. So we got Hellboy. We got, come on, gotta do the trick. There you go. We got Abe Sapien, who you might remember is being played by Doug Jones. Fantastic character actor, Doug Jones. And we have come on. There you go. And then we have Liz Sherman. I guess I should say, I don't know how much people know or don't know about Hellboy. It's not going to be like a very big part of the game, but can't hurt. I should put my phone face down over when it's like this so that my phone doesn't accidentally pop up on stream. The story of Hellboy is pretty cool. I don't know if anybody saw the movie. I love the movie. Hellboy is a demon, literally from hell. That's why he's called Hellboy. In the movie, it's because Rasputin tried to talk to deep space gods. That's kind of what happened in the comics. But he joins up and becomes a member of a group called the BPRD, that are like X-Files. It's really fucking cool. It's been forever since I read the comics. I should go back and reread the comics. Hellboy is one of my favorite comics. But for this Kickstarter, they did so much work to try to get like every little thing from the comics. There's so many cards and jokes and references and stuff. They use art directly from the comics. Like all of the art comes directly from the comics. So every character has a character card. I forget what's on the back. Nothing. They have this character card that has their special rules, their abilities. You get your health track at the bottom, their cards, and then your test die, because as you can see, there's a bunch of dice over here. And then your threat, because this game has a fun mechanic where you can like taunt monsters, and like that's a big part of it. So you can see he's got an ability to taunt just in case. But so we got Hellboy, Abe Sapien. Abe Sapien was found in a tube, and he's called Abe because, if I remember correctly, there's like a newspaper clipping in the room about Lincoln getting shot, and they're like, "This is the best thing we got." And Liz Sherman, who's a pyrokinetic. And there's a bunch of other BPRD characters. There's a lot of other Hellboy universe characters that they did in this game. They really went all out for this game in a really fun way. You know, in exactly the way that you want for this sort of game. Where's my health thingies? They're somewhere. Name me after the dead guy. Yeah, they were just like, it's a very funny thing. They were just like, name him Abe because he died. He died that day, so whatever. They go into his lore in the comics, like he goes through a whole he's got a whole arc. He's got a whole thing. He's got a whole thing. He rules. See, now I'm like, where are my health markers? Once I finish the missions in the collab, you get your first collab cookie, but nice aesthetics. Shooter cores, nice. Yeah, I always love it in mobile games when they do fun little collab missions. Hang on, let me find my health markers. I'm gonna need them. Oh, there. Oh, crap. So the fun thing about a game getting a like a super big Kickstarter version, right? The fun thing about a game getting a massive Kickstarter version is sometimes, you know, they do things where it's like, oh yeah, instead of this item, you know, we'll do upgrades, right? So the game has, as you can see, it's played on a board. You might not be able to make it out because the light washes it out just so slightly. There's lines. And so each of these are segmented into portions, right? And there's decor that you can get, right? That can pop up as part of the game. So it's like, oh, you can be in this area and there's a table. And then when you're in combat, you can throw the table or throw enemies into the table, that sort of thing. And you can also get clue markers because you're investigating stuff, right? So you get these little clue markers. So what they did for the Kickstarter was they made more interesting looking clue markers so that it looks more interesting on the map, right? So instead of just a picture of a jug, you can have, you know, a jug or a coffin. I feel like this is supposed to be a coffin. There can be a coffin, or there can be a mostly open grave. That's not really coming through very well. What if I do like that? Yeah, yeah. And because of the way, because of the way they design it, like it, you know, it sits flat on the board and looks really nice. But so the funny thing is, like, I have like 17 bags of things, and it's like, okay, is this like an essential component? Is this a replacement component? Is this a component for one of the expansions that I'm not using? So it's very fun to have to go through things and remember what the hell is happening. Sonic, BTS, and Disney. That's a hell of a collab list. That's a hell of a list, let me tell you. All right. All right, so I got the doors. So, how to play Hellboy, the board game. I'm gonna go through the little tutorial thing and make sure that I have setup done properly, because I'm pretty sure I did. I got that set up. Encounter cards on the board. I like that. Oh, right. We have replacement. Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm saying. There's other replacement pieces that I forget I have. This is literally what I was talking about. So you have these little BPRD logo tokens for finding clues, right? Because you need to keep track of them. But then also, don't worry, I'm just checking multiple trays of miniatures. Don't worry about it. This one's just that tray is basically just molds. do you live, little miniature? Oh, are you in the bag? Are you in this bag? Did I put him in this bag? I did. I did. Okay, that was smart of me. It's smart that they live in this bag for now. Nice. Okay. So we have the clue tracker right there, and then the doom tracker. The doom tracker is really cool. The doom tracker is really cool. It is Hellboy's fist, the red right hand, surrounded by tentacles. It's really cool. It's really neat. You just take my word for it. The Sonic Collab added Sonic and Tails as cookies. The BTS added the 7 members of BTS as playable cookies. Disney Collab had 20 cookies, their first guest characters. Wow. That doing a Disney collab in which they're able to do like non-standard versions of the characters is a big deal. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. So yeah, so we've got the game pretty well set up. Like I said, let me double check everything I got here. It's been a while since I've played this, and the problem with this game, it's not complicated, but there's just enough going on that I need to double check stuff when I play, you know what I mean? There's just enough going on. And I kind of wish, do they do it on the back of the rulebook? Yeah, they do it on the back of the rulebook. Okay, good. There is there's a nice quick reference on the back of the rulebook, so I should be good. I should be good. Let's shuffle the encounter cards. So this game is designed pretty modularly in a fun way, in a way that I like. Counter on the table. So you have case files, right? And there's a good number of these that are like set, and then there's like randomized cards as well, so you can put them together and you can kind of do a randomized case file. But so there's the front that I'll read in the beginning, and then there's the setup, right? So you can see here's the actual setup. So the big thing that you set up first is the deck of doom. This is why there's no like monster player, because I'll flip to the back here. I'll put a card on the extra cam. And it basically means like, oh hey, bad things happen, you know, and it keeps the players on their toes. It keeps interesting things happening, and it is tailored to themes related to the case, right? So you can see there's these 3 little icons. You pick the ones that are related to the icons, and then whatever agents you're playing with. So there's agent specific cards in there, which is fun because, you know, if you're playing as Liz Sherman, who's a pyrokinetic, she puts fires everywhere. You can be like, oh, whoops, fires, oh no. You have encounter setups based on the number of players, and then the little board. You know, so you have a fun little board. And this is, if I remember correctly, eviction notice. Yeah, this is like the tutorial one, right? I really like having this spot camera. The spot camera is really nice. But so it says challenge rating easy, duration short, and you have all of these little setup things. I really like this. So we'll go through here. I'll read the I'll read the card. So frogs are a big thing in BPRD stuff. Frogs is like the it's like the sign of the Ogju Jihad, the interdimensional space gods I was talking about. So frogs, like snakes, scorpions, ravens, and black cats, are traditionally considered harbingers of doom. This is born out of folktales such as ones from Africa, which see a man's prayer for eternal life ruined by a frog who sees a bleak future for his own species should man flourish. It's no coincidence then that the chief minions of the Ogju Jihad are the frog monsters. These amphibian hybrids are able to shapeshift, taking the forms of men to further their never-ending quest to bring about the end of the world as we know it. One of our field teams has cornered a particularly large specimen in an underground crypt. Agents are to report to the scene and deal with this threat before it escapes. I need to read Hellboy? You should! You should, it's really good. So we're done with that card, boom. There's a little discard space here, which is really nice. And then we go through and it helps us finish setup. Put an insight marker on 2, 4, and 8 of the information gathered track. So insight is stuff where when you're fighting the boss, depending on how much insight you have, you'll get a bonus, or poke hello. You'll get a bonus or something like that. Put a reaction marker on this card and its matching trigger marker on the following space on the Doom track based on the number of agents. So let's get a reaction marker. Poke, how you doing today? We got E. So when we get to Doom 5, that'll trigger this card. If the impending Doom marker reaches the trigger marker, or if all agents are knocked out, skip to the end phase. Flip this card. Move this card to the in-play area, discard if the confrontation begins. So this card is in play with the E trigger marker. So when we hit E, we trigger the card. Doing well, how are you? I'm doing all right. I'm working to figure out these board game streams, but we're getting there. All right. So this card says move this card to the in-play area. If the agents take time, flip this card immediately after advancing the Doom track. So take time is a thing you can do to heal, and I think also get items. Oh, I need to move these. Oh, they can go over here. There's a nice spot over here. Yeah, we can see that these are in play, which is nice. This is why I need my little I need just some little trays or something. Boo hello! I played this exactly once. Boo hello, how are you, friend? But so this tells us how to set up the minions, right? So you see down here on the bottom of the board, Sapphire, hello. Sapphire, hello, good morning. There's A, B, C, D, right? And that's because on the encounter slot, on the encounter cards, they just say spawn minion B, spawn minion C, spawn, you know, whatever. And then, so this is how we set up. We set everything up. So we have 4 different flavors. A friend owned it, brought it over once, and then never again, like every co-op dungeon crawler. Y'all stop buying them if you're not gonna let me keep buying them. I know, I really want to play this more with Aaron. I really like this game. So, as you can see, if it ever wants to focus, There we go. Every card has tags, right? So this is Minion, Frog, Brawler. It has a move value. It has a resilience value, which is like armor. It has health and ranged, range attack, melee attack. And then it has some rules on the bottom. Newsbears, hello. For those interested, there's a massive co-op dungeon crawler in the works. Let me tell you, I'm so interested. Newsbears, hello. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, friend? But so we've got the minions set up. So everything, if it's a selling point, Ashley isn't in it. I think that's because that's going to be their first expansion. I was telling Aaron about it. I think that's going to be their first expansion, is an Ashley Caden set. Shining Force 2 is for the children. Shining Force 2 is for the children. They said it's because they didn't want to pick between Ashley and Caden and didn't want you to field both. They didn't want you to field. They didn't want to pick between Ashley. Okay. That seems like a cop-out answer. And also still a thing they can sell you later on. But okay. All right, I think we skipped the first. Enemy. Well, we skipped the first enemy turn because there's no enemies. Yeah, there's no, right. That makes sense. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna read over everybody's things so I know what's going on again. So I remember what the hell is happening. Right, we use that to get 2 items. Sold as separate packs, of course. Oh, I'm certain. Okay. Guessing the X is where it starts. That seems reasonable. But yeah, like, it's fine. Like, I don't mind that they're gonna sell them as things. Like, that makes sense. Like, that's why that is a thing that you do when you make a miniature based dungeon crawler, you know? It's like when they made Imperial Assault, you know, they had every character that they could think of. And I actually wish they were still making that game. I really like it. Okay. Oh yeah, right. You can spend an action cube to boost other people's tests. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's face it, only weirdos are gonna buy both Kate and Ashley. It depends on how they put them together. Including every mini in the base game would make it prohibitively expensive. Yeah. The song was a banger. What the fuck? I missed the title. I don't think I can go back. It's on random. I don't think I can go back. Jalen, I'm sorry. Someone make a clip. But yeah, so it depends on how they would break it up. You know what I mean? They could put cards or something that are interesting in both the Kate and Ashley sets to make it more attractive for people to get both. I think it's silly to say we don't want you to field both. Like, get out of here. You can use Caden and Ashley up until the Vermeer mission in Mass Effect 1, so calm down. But okay. So we're starting here. Every map has a starting point. We're starting here. It's this way. Yeah, she has a 7. They have these great busts that they made for your threat trackers. They have these amazing busts. For tracking your threat, which is great. And they did it for all the playable characters, so every playable character has a bust, if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, it was probably an OC remix song. That's a big bust. So we're gonna go down the line here. Like, I'm just gonna go left to right for my character. So the first action is doesn't take a cube, if I remember correctly. Like, I can just open the door. Helix! Yeah, explore. Yeah. Helix, hello. Carry on my wayward son. Play freedom for. Play some freedom for. Helix, hello. All right. So let's double check how we set this up. One, two, 3, and 4. Yep. Okay, cool, great. This is just gonna be stacked immediately. Thankfully, they designed. Oh, here, let me show off the fantastic trays that they did for this game. They did a fantastic job of putting the basic frog monsters together. So they have all of these frog guys, the fire, and the tiny frog swarms, all on one tray. So solid, great. Tuesday for me has become catch up on New Japan. So commentary incoming. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So in the first spot, we got to get a frog swarm, which is great. Frog swarms just make everything harder. Matt, did I ever tell you about my awful luck playing the Pathfinder ACG? If you did, I don't remember. So I'd love to hear it again, because I fucking love Pathfinder ACG. We have an armed frog monster here in the front, which is bad. Those guys are very strong. Minion B is a venomous frog monster, which is the guy with a ranged attack. And then Minion D, a transforming frog monster. Who's this guy? You gonna promise not to throw the board at me? Kira, hello. And we already have 2 clues, which is actually pretty good. Let's see what clues. I love one of the clues they made is just a tiny stack of books that definitely isn't gonna get lost. You know what I mean? Here, we'll put a little altar. Like, there's some clues that are just like, they're so small. I'm gonna lose these immediately. Oh, and here we'll put, no, that's gonna be too big. We'll put a chest, like a box on an altar over here. All right, so there's our clues. So there's the scene. We've got I've cursed dice like in all things. I was playing with my wife. I died in every game. We could never progress. I just kept eating shit in inexplicable ways. That's funny, but not funny. That's funny, but not funny. Okay. So first room, we got a lot of guys. I can, what do frog swarms do? First room and it's bad. Yeah. None of these are gonna be good. None of these are gonna be good. Frog swarms do again. I think they just make stuff harder. Downgrade 1 die for all tests for each Inferno or Frog Swarm in the area. No. All right. Have 5 days of matches to catch up on? Holy cow. I have 2 base sets. You haven't cleared the first Avenger? Oh my god, boo. Boo, you gotta... Boo, what are you... Come on.
Emotional damage.
You're getting Steam Deck Olia today. Hey, nice. Nice, I hope that goes well, Poke. What is Resolve Frog? Oh, right, Resolve Frog Swarms. They do more... Doom Track. I think it's an action to clear them. No, not with enemies in your area. So what I would have to do... okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna spend one of my actions as Hellboy. All right, Hellboy's here. I'm gonna shoot this frog guy. I'm not watching the multiplayer matches, just the new cut match. That's fair. Yeah. It makes sense to have more matches like for the physical show, but so I'm gonna shoot this guy here in front of me. Hellboy has 1 pistol. He has his big pistol. Now here's the thing, he's not great at shooting. Maybe I should punch. Maybe, oh, you know what I'm gonna do? Actually, before we do anything, I'm gonna remember. So Hellboy has this card, Deep Pockets. Right, it's one of his starting cards. And the cool thing that they did in this game is that a lot of cards flip, right? And sometimes they flip back and forth, and sometimes they flip and then get discarded. So you have like multiple uses or things change, that sort of thing. So he can flip his Deep Pockets to get a requisition card, and requisition cards are a lot of cool loot I'm gonna do a nice shuffle before we get started. And because a lot of the cards are double-sided, you actually play with this deck face up, and then you pull from the bottom. So I'm gonna flip this to get a grenade, ammo, or charm card. So, not that one. Okay. So I got a Mystic Sigil. I got a Mystic Sigil to start with. Right? Hellboy always manages to have a thing. Monopoly isn't a real board game. I refuse to acknowledge its existence. So Mystic Sigil. After rolling a test, flip this card to turn any one die to show a face of your choice. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. So after rolling this, I flip it. After rolling a test, discard this to re-roll any one die, and then it's used. So, but that gives me something useful. It gives me something useful for this test. Hellboy's gonna move. He's better at punching. He's much better at punching. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna be fun about it. We're gonna use Hellboy's big red hook ability. Make a fight action, which I'm gonna do because I got this guy here. If you hit, the target suffers 3 additional damage and is stunned and hurled. So the fun thing about him being hurled is I could literally punch him, and I could punch him into this area, and do damage to all of them. So that would be great. So he's red for punch, so we're gonna take 3 red punch because you always roll 3, and then the added effect die. I used to work for a board game pub. We used to say yes, board games, not like Monopoly. Okay, so we got 3 ones, and then we can use this to re-roll any number of the test die. So I might actually do that. Really not storage issue, not storage related issue I had. Was Nocturne refused to open no matter what I did, despite it being verified. It seems like there's probably a thing then. So I will use this re-roll. I only got 3. And let's see, this guy is an armed monster. He's got 2 resilience and 6 health. So I need to roll better than that. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. 3/2/2, 7 damage, plus 3. So he's done. Right? So he's stunned and hurled. He's gonna be hurled into the adjacent space. Let's test hurled. Let's see. Each other character are hurled into suffer damage equal to a roll of an orange dice. So they all take 2 damage. That rules. What a way to start. We're just gonna remove him because we'll probably have one of them come back up. So, oh my gosh, these little markers are maybe my least favorite component in the game. I get why they're small. You know what I mean? I get why it's small, but I just like it. But they each take 2 damage before we even start, and that's great. That's great. What are you gonna deal with it? And then for my third action, I will clear the frog swarm. So my buddies don't have to deal with that, right? So red's in the room. Next, Abe is gonna go. Abe is much better at shooting. So Abe's gonna roll up. Excuse me. He's much better at shooting. So we've got 3 reds and the effect die. Okay, cool. I didn't roll a skull. I rolled 1 pip. I didn't say who I was shooting, and that's bad. You know. That's bad play on my part. I should make sure. But since I didn't, I can be tricky about it. I would have shot the transforming guy. Because he has resilience 1 and he's half dead anyway. And the 3 damage is actually exactly what I need to take him out. So he's who I would have targeted anyway. Trust me. TJRPG players, always remember to declare your target for the GM before rolling your dice. Hey, listen, hot take. Tell your players the AC of the monsters and let them decide who to hit. I don't care. Make combat in Dragon Game as fast as humanly possible. So that was one of Abe's actions, and he didn't roll a skull, right? So if you roll a skull on a sidearm, that's when you run out of bullets and you have to spend an action to reload. Okay, yeah, we'll just do it again. I was making sure if he had any other bonus. Okay, so I can re-roll. I will spend the re-roll on that 1. Okay, it turned into a knot. That's fine. So he takes 3, and then I'm just not even gonna bookkeep. We're just gonna see how this goes. Yeah, more than enough to take him off the board. Plap, plap, plap. Abe rolls in with the heater. Blam, blam, blam. Slice the pie. All that good stuff. He has a lot of really cool abilities. He can hurl as an action, which is great. I usually give them a who is hard to hit reference. Yeah, you can usually vibe check someone's AC pretty good. Unless they're a wizard, then who knows? Now it's Liz's turn. Liz is going to move. I just want to point out I would have been able to shoot 3 times. Oh no, I only shot twice. Never mind. I'm fine. No, I did shoot 3 times. It's fine. I played that wrong because you have to spend a cube to move, but that's okay. It's okay. We're learning. We're all learning together. We're all learning together. But wait, Liz isn't good at looking, and that's a problem. Well, you can't, I too can hurl as an action. Oh, you know what? Hellboy has a die. Hellboy has an action cube that I didn't use. So what we'll do is we'll spend his cube to upgrade Liz's test. And because of his special ability, I can upgrade 2 dice instead of just 1. So this is actually, oh wow. Okay. Okay, so I love rolling the ×2. I love rolling the ×2 and mostly blank. That's fun. Yeah, so thankfully nothing happens. If you score poorly, nothing happens. And I'm just gonna try to get this clue on Liz. Okay, so that's a 3. So she is effective. She is effective. and is able to gain information. God, oh my God. All right. And then for her last action, she'll move to where the clue is next to the door. Just so that's good. And then we're gonna double check the end phase. You always flip a card. Oh yeah, the doom phase, which actually isn't, yeah, okay. And then the end phase. Okay. 1 times 2. Yep. It's like, man, this could be really exciting. It's not. All right. So our first deck of doom, noises up ahead. Advance the impending doom track. Boop. It is, well, I think it starts on 1. It starts on 1 because, you know, it's always bad. So 2. Put this card in play. The next time a room is explored, spawn an additional minion C in the area closest to the door. So when we explore, great. When we explore this room, there's gonna be another bad guy. Fun. I'm glad we're right there for it. We're gonna refresh our action cubes as part of the end phase. There's no infernos, there's no frog swarms. Great. All right, new round. Enemy phase, again, there's no enemies because we were so incredibly effective. Agent phase. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna dig for something useful to get another item because just getting items is so good. Getting items is so good. Armor piercing ammo. You can do this without spending. Spend an action cube to flip this card and tuck it under a weapon with the gun icon. Shoot tests, count the target's resilience as being 2 lower. Discard this card if the weapon runs out of ammo. That's actually really bad for Hellboy because his weapon always runs out of ammo. Like, Hellboy has a big magnum pistol. He has a big, you know, 1-shot magnum. Oh, free action trade. So I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this to Abe. That's a free action. I'm just like rooting around in my pockets and then just like, oh, here's a bunch of cool bullets, Abe. Have a good time with those. Those are gonna be great for you. 1 action cube to get here and we'll explore the room. We'll explore this room. Oh, So what this says, is there's a bunch of infernos. Everything is on fire in this room. This is a room of fire. This room, hi, this room's fire, and not in like the fun, you know, Yas Queen way, but in the like, oh God, everything's on fire way. I don't feel as concerned about the extra guy being spawned in there because he's gonna be in fire. So here's the armed. This room is on fire. It's like, oh God. And they have these amazing flame miniatures. They did a really good job with these. Like, this resin is beautiful. They didn't put a base on it, so it blends on the table really nicely. Hellboy walking in with a pizza. Absolutely. And we have some clues. We're gonna do a jug. Where is it? 2 and 4. So we're gonna do a jug. There's a jug here by the door. And then why not this dead Nazi There's a dead Nazi in there. How did he die? Who knows? So yeah, that's good. That's fun. That's a fun thing to have happen. I think the interact action. Oh no, right, clear. Clear. How did he die? Deservedly. Hell yeah for dead Nazis. Listen, if you want a board game where you could be a monster and you can shoot Nazis, this is a great option. There's a tray
Give me a hell yeah.
of
What?
there's a tray of just Nazi minis, ripe for you to punch and shoot. So we have an interesting kettle of fish here, right? Because the difficulty of this room was normally, hey, you have to deal with fire, but now there's a bad guy in it. So let me double check. You downgrade die for Infernos, right? You downgrade die for Infernos. And I believe you take damage for standing in them, surprisingly. I don't know if you know this. Fire burns. Infernos. An area can never have more than one inferno. Oh, well, that's good to know. That's good to, you know what? That's great. That actually made things a lot easier. Thank you, game. Thank you, game. That actually makes things tactically a lot easier. Infernos can also spread. While in the same area, an agent suffers an additional downgrade on any test they make. Okay, so no wonder I have burns on my hand. I thought it was all the water. No, it was the fire. Yeah, fire hurts if you didn't know. So what I can do here, yeah, we're gonna do it. Listen, Hellboy's literally from hell. I'm like fire in that I'm hot. Hellboy's literally from hell. One of his things you might not be able to see, it's actually cut off on the camera, is that he never suffers more than one fire damage from an attack or an effect. So he'll be okay. We're gonna punch. We're gonna spend our 2 here for a big right hook because it's just more damage. It's just more damage, and more damage is good. We getting bored? Anna, hello! Let's board game ASMR. Okay, that's so I rolled a 1, a 2, a blank, but I also rolled a ×2. It's got to be a quote about Hellboy. It has to be. Yeah, 666. I got to think of a funny thing to say about Hellboy. Anna, how are you doing? How are you doing today? I legit discussed doing a tabletop asthma podcast. So that's 4, 5, plus 3, 8. On this guy, kills him. Incredible. Incredible. He has resilience 2, health 6. Punch him, stunned. He's thrown into the flames. Never to be heard from again. Amazing. I believe the agents can go in any order. Yeah. Oh, wow, you can go in different... Wow. You can go in different order for actions. I don't even have to have Hellboy do all of his actions, and then Abe do all of his actions. It is like Hellboy can open the door, and then Abe can shoot, and then Liz can move in, and then Hellboy. That's great. That's even better. That's even better. I love that. I forgot that it worked that way. I don't know about move. I feel like they want you to use separate move actions. Yeah. So I can't use one move here for Liz. We'll put the fire away. I don't know if we'll need it. And then I have to move again. Now, thankfully, she doesn't take fire damage. So, oh, we never explored that last clue. Oh, hey, let's do that. Let's check out this last clue. That's what Abe will work on while we're dealing with fire. Anna, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? I think today is a non-gym day, if I remember correctly. Wow, we got a big one. We got a wild card. Use as any other effect result. So what we'll do, I will use it as reroll, and I'll reroll these two. That worked out great. That worked out great. Just getting ready for work. Well, I hope work goes well. I hope work goes well. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. I always appreciate you. We got a 5. We got a 5. We got a 5, which means we only get 1 information instead of 2. If we get 6, if we got 6, we would have gotten another one. We did get an insight though. So that'll be useful when the boss shows up. Okay, so that was this action. And Abe is gonna keep his happy ass out here. Honestly, because, oh no, the clue. Oh, it would destroy the clue. Oh no. Oh, hang on. Okay, hang on. I like the color on your nails. I have to repaint it. It's they're very chipped and bad. But I appreciate it, thank you. Okay, so what I would have done instead, when I moved Liz, I would have moved her all the way in. And I would have had her interact with that clue. Because if I had known that the clue would be destroyed, buddy, I'm getting that clue. I was reading the Pokemon Time magazine. Whoever did the timeline pages, they put Coliseum in it. Nice. Matt getting fancied up for hand stream. I don't like hand streaming. Ugh, I don't like the way you said that. Ugh. I'm gonna use this as a reroll, and we'll just, okay. Listen, that we got the clue. We get an insight. That's what I'll take that win. I'll take that win. That's great. That's her second action. Her third action will be to clear that inferno. Is it better or worse than hand tube? Better, but only a little. Only like a little. Like, only a little. Okay. So now end of phase, we resolve the infernos. Oh, but then that clue will be destroyed. Gosh, dang it. We're gonna lose a clue either way, gang, is what I think is gonna happen. And that was the difficulty of this room, was you had to rush in and get the clues before they were destroyed by the fire, and then the game put a bad guy in my way. So I need to get sleeves. I don't want to get sleeves because there's already so many cards in this game, and then sleeving them is just gonna add to it. But also, you gotta sleeve the cards, guys. You gotta sleeve. And then they made like this nice board with every, like this deck is gonna be so big once it's sleeved. Have you ever seen a sleeved deck? It's massive. You can't fit that on one board. It's gonna take up all the space. Quote 666. Have you seen Hellboy's sleeved deck? It's massive. There you go. That's for you. I've never sleeved a card since my Magic the Gathering days. See, that's why you're not winning it. Pathfinder cards. All of my Pathfinder cards are sleeved, boo. All right, roll a red die. On a score of 0, it's removed. Hell yeah. Killing it. Should I have the camera on my little dice tray? How does that work? Non-sleeve cards. No, we can see the tray pretty clearly in the overhead. That's what I thought. I was like, I feel like the tray is pretty visible. Okay. The awesome Kickstarter exclusive Mike Mignola original art dice tray. Yes, I paid extra. I'm raw boarding it. I hate it. Remind me to tell you about the time that I paid as much for sleeves as I did for a game. Okay. So bop, background at the top, no enemies, agent phase. We're getting really good. We're really solid right now with dealing with enemies. Okay, Liz is gonna open the door because, oh, wait. Whoa. I gotta do the Doom card. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Ancient Curse. Use target priority to choose an agent. Put this card in play next to that agent's board. The next time a BPRD is rolled, treat it as a skull and then discard this card. That sucks. Is raw decking better? I mean, it's more accurate. I don't know if better is the right word, but it's more accurate. Okay, well now we'll open the door. Ooh, excuse me. Oh. All right. Boom. Raw decking is giving on a boat. Ugh. All right. We've got scenery 4. So we have a 4-point scenery, which is important for damage. We have a minion A, which is a rampaging frog monster, which we haven't had one of yet. 3 is a minion B, which is a venomous frog monster, and then a clue. Hey, you know what? Guess what? We'll bring Dead Nazi Clue back on the board. Just, I don't feel like he got enough time to shine, so we'll bring him back around. Okay. Let's see here. Venomous Frog Monster has 2 resilience.
What?
Venomous Frog Monster has 2 resilience. And it's a big deal if you're shooting into a space. I was shooting my 4. I thought I heard raw fucking. I lost it for a second before I realized what was said. Suji beat ELP. Look at one of Poppy's LIJ boys making it to the quarterfinals. They always tempt me. They always listen. No, they'll listen. They'll screw it up. Oh, when Abe moves, he moves 3 spaces. That's good to know. I only want him to move 2, but he can move 3. Okay. He's gonna spend an action cube to get this armor piercing. And I want to point out really quick. For Helix. It is armor piercing. Armor piercing. Because the developers are British. So he's gonna load armor piercing ammo, and then he's gonna take a shot at the venomous guy all the way back here. That's a solid. Wow. Wow. Got him. I wouldn't even. Done. Blat. Done. Off of the. Damn. Abe Sapien's a killer. Naito's champion. They've already announced Naito versus Moxley in April. So the title's staying with LIJ. Look, we had. LIJ was so strong a couple years ago with Naito and Sonata and Evil and Hiromu and the guy whose name I could never remember. And then we brought in Shingo, and it was great, and they were strong. And then it's just kind of falling apart from there. Like, Naito is still great because Naito's a great singles wrestler, but then they made Evil do his own thing. And like, I'm glad Sonata's getting his own singles push. Like, he deserves it. He should be. He's a great singles wrestler. But I just miss my boys. I just miss my boys altogether. Okay. Let's do a fun thing with Hellboy. Hellboy moves 2. And then we're gonna throw a piece of furniture because we have the scenery 4 here, right? So we throw the scenery at him. We literally just walk in, we pick up the table, wham! Throw the big table at him. He's stunned, which means he doesn't activate on his next turn. And he takes 4 damage. Not the best roll, but not the worst. And this guy has a resilience of 2. Actually, does that, let's look if that damage is modified by resilience. That's a good question. It was using that table. I'm not sure what they're doing with Hiromu. He feels aimless since losing IWGP Junior title. Yeah, I feel like Hiromu feels like he needs a good tag run, you know? Hiromu feels like he needs a good tag run. Maybe he'll win again at Best of Super Juniors. That would be nice. Where am I? Look, damage. See, what's funny is under damage, it doesn't say that you reduce their damage by resilience. It only says that for test actions. So I'm gonna say, based on the way the rules are written for now, that he just takes 4 damage. Because it says he takes 4 damage. It only mentions resilience when you're doing tests. So let's see if I even need to worry about him doing things. So Liz is gonna come in. Liz is gonna go 1-2. So that she's where she needs to be. And then she's gonna take a shot. Zack Sabre and Narita, of course, the entire House of Torture is at ringside. I'm worried for Zack. Listen, Zack could fight all of them. So that's 5 minus his resilience of 2. Enough. Blap. And then we'll try to get this last clue before we trigger the boss. We'll try to get one more insight. Master Pueblos, hello. No, bad. 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 The ref banished everybody. Good job. Good job, ref. And we're not going to get that last insight. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. So... Oh, here's a question. Do we have to take time? You can just, okay. I'm gonna say that we take time because you just discard clue tokens in that case and advance it twice. I'm not gonna redo everything in the GD game, but we're just gonna do that, right? Nobody needs to heal, nobody needs to trade. We literally I just wanted to secure that last clue, but I also wanted to take time so that I can show y'all this case file triggering, right? Flip this card immediately after advancing the Doom track. You gladly take the opportunity to catch your breath. As you're getting ready to carry on, you hear the sound of wet, slapping footsteps back towards the entrance. Uh-oh. Reinforcements. And then we spawn minions in the starting area where we started based on the number of agents. So we get a venomous guy and an armed guy. And they're all back here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Big meaty men slapping meat. Yep. So that's the taking time. So now to the end phase. Everybody does this. I haven't done any of Liz's like cool flame stuff, and that's kind of okay. But you could play more aggressively with her and be doing more flame stuff, especially if it's just her and Hellboy. So now, Doom phase. Rain of Frogs. I hate this. On step D of each end phase, spawn a frog swarm in each area that contains at least one agent. When agents take time, discard this card. God damn it. Exactly what I didn't want to happen. Abe a real third wheel here. Listen, it's just he takes the normal amount of damage from fire. It's just that he likes fire the normal amount. Which is to say not very much. Great, so at the end, we just get to put a bunch of frogs. This could have been worse, if I'm honest. This could have been much worse, so. All right, enemy phase. We finally get to do things as the enemy, and that's great. That's amazing. Okay, activating minions. We move them according to their things and their tags. Both of them are. Oh, he's gonna move 2, and he's gonna move 2. And I think that's it. I think they just. Yeah, that's it. They just close in. They just close in. So we're in a real interesting predicament here. Abe will move. I think you suffer a downgrade for shooting. Yeah, if there's other characters, yeah. You suffer a downgrade if you're shooting into an area with another character, which you would argue, I don't care which of these guys I hit. Like, I'm not that worried about it, but it's how it goes. Yeah, we'll do that. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I've got the good armor piercing ammo. Oh, I gotta suffer a downgrade. So one of my red dice becomes an orange dice. And for the record, we will shoot the venomous guy. Since he's ranged, he'll stay back there, and we'll try to take him out. Hell yeah. So the BPRD symbol. Oh, you know what? I will spend this. So Abe has a thing. You can spend the BPRD to return an action cube. So I will just say that this guy takes the 3 and I get my action back. So I'll shoot him again. I did it again. This time, well, let's see. He takes 3. He took, I'll do it again. Boop. That's fine. Listen, we'll keep doing. We'll keep doing it. That's 4 or 5. Okay, so he's dead. Boom. Did you already suffer the thing that makes the BPRD count as a skull? That is only for Hellboy. That is only when Hellboy does it specifically, but good memory, Boo. Good thinking. Yeah. And then one final shot here. What's that? That's 5 damage ignoring armor. So he only has 1 hit point left. He only has 1 hit point left. I'm just gonna put 1 on him. Liz is gonna clear and then move and then clear because every 2 frog swarms you have is another doom marker, and let's have as few of those as we can. So now Hellboy is gonna go 1, 2. He's right here. How's it going? He's just gonna move and punch. Like, you know, we don't have to be fancy about it. We don't have to be fancy about it. We can just do the thing we gotta. Look at that. Look at that. We don't have to be fancy about it. What if Hellboy comes at him with all of the strength of a freight train? What if Hellboy's in the other room? He just puts his fist down and charges around the corner and just absolutely obliterates this guy into next week. This guy is paced. Is paced on the floor. Okay. So, in the very annoying way, in a very annoying way, we're gonna take we literally just took time. We're gonna take time again, in order to get rid of Rain of Frogs, right? In order to discard Rain of Frogs. We're gonna do that. I wish there was more ways to get requisition cards. There's so many cards that it's a bummer that I don't have a way to get more of them, because I would love more cards to spend for effects. But we spent time, so we advanced the track, and then we draw a Doom. Time's a wasting. Advance the track. This is the most basic card you can get, and it's just time continues. It advances the track. Hey, guess what? We hit E. We hit our trigger point, which means we activate this card. Yeah, because we're not in the end phase yet. Let me double check what this card does. Yeah, there were still many. Okay, this will trigger after this occurs. Yep, it reaches the trigger marker. Yep. The trigger marker was reached. With a terrible roar, your quarry leaps out of the shadows, scattering you like bowling pins. Each agent is stunned. Set up the boss in the agent's area. Discard this card, then discard case file cards from the deck until you reach the last one. So basically, we hit the bad way to do this. We took too long, and now our candy's gone, and that's what happened. So we took too long. If we had cleared out quicker, right? If we cleared out quicker, this card flips, and you actually get the chance to take time before the monster shows up. But so we discard that card that triggers this, and then this gives us the setup phase for the boss. Let me get the boss mini. Eating lunch, so actually lurking. Helix, enjoy your lurk. So, we got to do a couple things to set up the boss. Work as a rush today. Keep peeking when I can. Yeah, no worries. Do what you got to do. How big is Hellboy's monster deck? Should this also be? Stop it. You're just trying to get a quote. You're just trying to, I mean, also that should be it. That's fine. But so what happens when you hit the boss phase, right? Is you have a whole page to set up the confrontation, right? So we remove all of these things. The deck of doom, no longer important because the doom has arrived. And we flip this board to the confrontation side. Oh, I got a little marker stuck in there. We flip the board to the confrontation side. We stack up our insight. We rebuild our threat meter. As opposed to the deck of doom, we have our boss behavior cards. Matt, I'm confrontation averse and I don't approve of this flip. It's the hardest part of this game. We have the boss behavior cards. So this is set up according to sigils on the boss card. And you might say, Matt, where's the boss card? I got it right here. So we're fighting, here, let me turn on the little camera. We're fighting the giant frog monster, which as you can see, has it has 20 health, has 4 resilience, it does a lot of damage. It's a bad time. It's a bad time. And the mini for this guy, guess we'll just die. The mini for this guy is very impressive. This is the one I think has some of the more visible mold lines of the minis, particularly around his head. He has some pretty bad mold lines. Come on, guy. Come on, I know it's very shadowy. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. But as you can see, compared to the regular heroes, he's a big boy. And that's not even the biggest mini I have. That's not even the biggest mini this game comes with.
That's a big lady.
Oh, we got a big lady. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Listen, let me tell you, there's a big lady in there. I also would have cleared this as part of my action. There's some big ladies. Okay, so let's see. Excuse me. We use the Doom track here. Starting health is 20, so you count down. We have the enemy cards. Construct the behavior deck by shuffling together. Put 2 of minion B as close as possible to the boss. So here's the thing. He's large. He cannot be in my space. Celestian, hello. Celestian, how are you? So we're gonna have 2 of these guys. These 2 guys. And I'm gonna double check about size. Getting to work stuff. What are we playing today? We are playing Hellboy the board game. We're playing Hellboy the board game. And then probably, since it's almost break time, we'll finish this, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll probably set up another game. Because it's going pretty well. Each area can hold up to 6 characters. But don't big guys count as multiples? I thought big characters counted as more. We'll see. I get to play this ages ago. It's a good time. Yeah, I guess size doesn't matter. Hellboy is a board game. Yeah, they Mantic, the company in the UK, they produce a lot of miniatures-based games. They got a it's a husband and wife team, if I remember correctly, to design this, and I think it's a great little bit of design. I think it's a great little bit of design. It keeps they really made it. They made all of the actions very simple, and then made the design. What I want to say, they made it very easy to like keep things moving, but have there be complicated effects. They managed to do a lot of shit that you don't get bogged down in, you know, plus ones, plus twos, that sort of thing. You just roll the dice, you see what happens. So when a stunned agent defends, they suffer a downgrade. You can't take any actions. You spend 2 cubes. Didn't they change this? This had an errata. This had an errata. I remember this. That's excellent. Yeah, they managed to make this in a really nice way. That like you're not figuring out a bunch of numbers and doing a bunch of you roll the dice, you adjust the dice very simply. Boom, done. They errated this stunned thing. I remember this. The fun of board games of like, there's probably a rata. Oh, I don't have that. Wait. A classic? Lobster Johns? Oh my God. Okay, so there's maybe more than a couple things that I don't have for this that I don't know. They have a classic Lobster Johnson little expansion. They have my hubris. Don't listen, I didn't know about it. There's one thing I absolutely want to get. There's one thing I absolutely want to get, and it sucks because shipping from the UK is so expensive. Shipping from the UK is so expensive. But they have this gorgeous they've done some additional minis. And one of them is a giant Hellboy like mecha. Like if what if there was like giant Hellboy kaiju thing. And like for the price, it's not expensive, right? When you consider what you're getting for the mini and all of this, it's not expensive. But then you have to ship it from the UK, and it's like twice the price. And it's just like, and what I was going to do, my plan was, I was like, oh, the next time I go to Gen Con, I'll go to the Mantic booth and I'll just buy it from them and it'll be fine. And then they never went to Gen Con again. So let's see. Is it under stunned? So I feel like I remember a big thing with stunned. If the stun rules don't say they do it, they don't do it. That was the big thing. That was the big thing, right? Was that if you somehow had fewer than 2 cubes, there was like, oh, you have to spend 2 cubes to be unstunned. And so there was a lot of confusion around like, well, what if I have no cubes? Am I just stunned forever? And they're like, no, the idea is that you lose your turn. And if other things are happening that you're still fucked and you lose your turn, then hey, guess what? You're fucked and you lose your turn. So everybody is, is it all agents are stunned? Each agent is stunned. Okay. Each agent is stunned. Posting fanfic from the UK is too much these days. I like the idea that you have to pay $5 because of internet fees to post a fanfic. That's very funny. Okay. Enemy turn. I miss my... Speaking of shipping, I was watching Jazz and Enna the other night. That sounds bad. That sounds like I shipped Jazz and Enna, and that's not true. Enna was talking about some of the fan fiction that they wrote, and it was very funny. It was very funny. I had a really good time. If you're watching Stumped and you're not watching Enna and Jazz streams, you're missing out. You're missing out. It's a good time. So, their turn. It's the enemy's turn. Remember how we hadn't really had an enemy turn? Remember how we hadn't really had an enemy turn, and then I fucking smarted off, and the boss came and fucked us up? Yeah. So he's gonna melee attack Hellboy, because of course he is. He suffers a downgrade for being stunned. I don't know if that does that might actually be great. Oh no, that's bad for me. Oh no. Oh. That's bad. Because I'm defending, not attacking. I'm gonna reroll. That's what I'm gonna do. Great. Great. So I block 4 of his 8. Great.
Perfect.
Great. Oh, wait, no. Wait. I'm cursed. I'm still cursed. So I rolled. Oh my God. Okay, so let's roll that back. Let's roll that back. So I rolled this, right? And what the curse says is, hey, instead you rolled that. Which means I discard the highest scoring die, which means what I rolled is that, and that means I take 8. So we get to see what the health rules are like, which is really fun. So there's all these little damage tokens, right? There's all these damage tokens, and on the other side, there's penalties.
He just take his wallet? He just took that guy's wallet.
There's damage penalties. So what you do is you take random damage, right? And you stack it up, and you can't see because it cuts off just before the thing. And 8 damage, let me tell you, 8 damage is bad. Because that's my whole damage track. Plus 2. Right? Hellboy has 6 health. He has a little bit more health than everybody, but then 8 is still 2 more. So what I do is then I start flipping the damage. So now I have 2 ranged penalties, which means when I make a range test, I downgrade 2 dice, which is technically fine because it doesn't go lower than a yellow, but also sucks. So that happened. I'm stunned again because of his effect, which is fine. And then the other monsters are gonna go. And they're gonna ranged attack me. Hellboy's having a bad time, y'all. This is bad. This is bad. This is not going well. 3. I take 2. This is great. No, this is good. No, this is what I wanted. Great. I got a downgrade to my defense. This is good. This is what I wanted to happen. And then the other guy attacks. I still take 2. I get another defense. I get another defense downgrade. And now it's the hero's turn. So I spend 2 dice. I mean, everybody spends 2 dice, and they're good. Boy. What I'm gonna do with Liz's thing is she's gonna her living flame is gonna go up, because if worst comes to worst, I'm just gonna blow this place up. So we got that. That's what's gonna happen. Hellboy's gonna punch the big guy in front of him, because guess what? He doesn't have any melee downgrades, and if he's gonna do anything about it. Now what happens for my insight? Upgrade 1 die for each insight on the confrontation board. Fuck yeah. That means I get to swap out 2 red dice for 2 black dice. And let me tell you, you don't get to roll these black dice unless you get that upgrade. So that's hot. I'm going to I'm gonna push it. This is 1. Okay, well, I pushed it to less, and that's great. So I did 2 damage. That's how it, that's what happens. That's what happens sometimes, y'all, is you push your luck and it doesn't go well. Abe is going to take a shoot action. He's got 2 red. He has to take a downgrade for each character, but then he gets 2 upgrades. So he ends up with 2 red and 1 black die. First quarterfinal match, Sonata versus Jack Perry, Forbidden Door rematch. I love it. Okay, I will take this reroll on this die. Okay, come on, guy. So 6, and he ignores resilience. So him taking 6 shots means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just right to the dome. Right to the dome. I would have loved the BPRD on that to try to like keep chain attacking, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna complain. The dice curse, what? RNG turned against you? Couldn't be me. Okay. God. It's just not good. Not going well. Yeah. All right. We don't advance the Doom track because it doesn't exist anymore because we're here. Oh, I didn't use the boss. I didn't use the boss behavior thing. That's the thing that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to flip a card and then it says what happens. So that's fine. Listen, he would have done an attack. It's fine. He would have done just an attack. I forgot they have like cards that are technically worse than just beating you over the head. Heading into a job interview. Wish me luck, Sage. Sage, good luck. Sage, I hope everything goes well. Okay. Now we go back up to the top. Yep. All right. What does the boss do? Throw agent. Boss hurls an agent in its area into another containing other agents if possible. The hurled agent and each agent in the area they're hurled into is stunned. Great. Great. And so these guys are gonna go here. I'm gonna say these guys attack Abe because else they'll fucking kill Hellboy. Liz has got this. Listen, all Liz is gonna do is literally, I mean, like she's just gonna build up. She's just gonna build up and then fucking explode. That's it. Four. Four's bad. I don't have any. What am I testing? Oh, I'm testing against their attack. Right. I'm like, what am I doing? Right. Okay. So I take 1. That's fine. Four's good. Three is good. That means I take 2. That's fine. Listen, this is fine. This is fine. This is what that normally looks like. This is what that normally looks like. It went off the screen too fast. Poke, I thought you had Midnight Suns. I thought you had Midnight Suns. That's enemies. Now it's me. So Hellboy and Abe are unstunned. Excuse me. Oh, I thought you did. We had a whole conversation. Okay. Oh, I could have used my Mystic Sigil to save me from being cursed, but it is what it is. You know what? Abe is gonna spend the action to shoot the big bad, because the 2 upgrades he gets for shooting the big bad overwrites the 2 downgrades. So he gets the BPRD symbol, which means he gets his action cube back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do it again. I rolled a skull. 1, 2, 3, 4. I finally rolled a skull. Oh man. It finally happened. So Abe's gun is out of ammo, which means I have to discard the armor piercing bullets, which sucks because it was so useful. God, we were getting there. We were doing so good. Okay. Abe with the extended mag. He was putting in work, you know? He was putting in work. Honestly, you can't be mad about it. He did so well. He did so well. I'm going to the marker event. What happens if oh, okay. I really don't want that to go up that high. I'm gonna spend 1 cube and push it up by 2. And she can explode in a bad way, which like is okay if like, you know, shit's almost over. I really don't want to put her in to you know, to make a pun, the line of fire. But I wish I could do a thing with my die that wasn't like, again, like I wish I had more items, you know? I wish I had more items. During setup, I didn't do this. During setup, you can, oh, for solo play, you control 2 agents. Oh, that's good to know. During setup, you can take extra items, but I wish there was a way during the game to have items, and I get why you don't, but okay. good to know that if I'm playing solo, they're like, hey, just stick to 2. I'm gonna, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move her to here, and we're just gonna keep moving because it's almost time for break. It's past break. What am I saying? Boom, boom, back up to the top. Boss card, attacks. The boss. So there's no one in their area. The boss moves towards the agent that contains any agent is chosen by the lead agent. Hey, guess what? He comes up in our grills, which is why I didn't want to move Liz there. Perfect timing. If it moves in an area containing an agent, it stops and makes a melee attack. Exactly what I thought was going to happen. Hellboy is no longer stunned, which is, oh, Hellboy never took an action. Hellboy never took an action. He may as well take a shoot because with all of these downgrades, how does downgrades work if I'm already at yellow? Is it just like it is discarded and not rolled at all? I would literally just not roll a die. I guess I see what happens. I got double the highest die. How does that work? Hey, Robook, how does that work? What does that mean? Double the highest scoring die. Oops. 0 times 2, yeah. I guess I could have upgraded a die for Abe. Yeah, I could have upgraded a die for Abe, which is probably what I should have done. Probably what I should have done in that case, knowing that I've got all these downgrades. But so we're doing a defense. We have 2 downgrades. Do I get an upgrade for there being someone else in my space? Let's... It feels like that should be the case. Oh, when an agent refreshes action cubes, they receive 1 fewer cube for each injury on their health track that has an action. Oh, I don't have action cubes. Okay, cool. I thought it was saying. Hang on. How? Hi. I will not, but thank you. It feels like I should. Because of the way that it works, but hey, you know, monsters don't always operate on the same rules. I will re-roll these. And Hellboy is KO'd, is what that means. Because because I take 6, I take my health bar again. He rolls up and does an attack and does my health bar again. So it's great. Okay. Whew. All All right. We're gonna, man, this is going great. We're gonna do these tests. Yeah. We're gonna do these tests for Abe. Again, I feel like he should get an up. You know what? I'm gonna give him upgrades because he should. He should get upgrades, especially against ranged attacks. So that's 5, so that actually negates their ranged attack. And he gets a skull, which means 1, which means he takes damage. He takes some damage. This literally might end in Liz exploding everything. This literally might have to end in Liz exploding everything. And then 4. Okay, so he gets a defense downgrade. Okay, but he has his full actions. Liz has her full actions. All right. So Abe's gonna move. Abe moves 3 when he moves and can evade. So he gets the hell out. He gets the hell out. Liz is gonna move. And here's what's gonna happen with Liz. Liz is gonna move in here. And then she's gonna spend 2 and she's gonna immolate. So what happens is she puts a fire here. And here and here. Because she just goes whoosh. And then we roll a red die. Come on, 3. 1. Okay. And then every enemy takes damage equal to the red die plus her living flame value, which is 3. So everyone takes 4 damage. So we kill the boss. These guys take a lot of damage. Let's do perfunctory Abe. Oh, wait, he has to spend an action. He has to spend 2 cubes to reload his gun. But I'm going to say, in the interest of time, because we were goofing off a bunch this morning, that we've won. Liz explodes all the bad guys. Woo! Yeah! All that happened was Hellboy had to take just like 3 big swings on the chin, which, you know, he's Hellboy. That's what he does. That's what he does. But yeah, so that's Hellboy the board game. I like this. This is fun. I like this game. I'm definitely gonna do, if we do more of Hellboy, I will do more of setup at the beginning to make sure everything's ready to go, because that's a lot of time that doesn't need to be spent on stream. But I did want to do a little bit of it on stream so that y'all could see how it went. So yeah, I'm gonna take my morning break like usual. I'm gonna walk Josie, do all that stuff. When I get back, we will talk about what board game we want to play next. I have Hero Realms, because I figured a cool little deck builder could be fun. A little solo deck building action could be nice. And I have Marvel United Spider-Geddon. If you all want to check that out, you can see, you can Google those, see what those are. But I'll be back in a little bit. Don't go anywhere.